welcome to Brews with Beck, on site again. We're at Highland Park Brewery in pretty much downtown Los Angeles, across from Dodger Stadium. And how the hell are you? How the hell are you?
I'm lovely.
All right.
I've got a cold beverage.
Yes,
we have the holidays are on tap. And speaking of on tap, what's this, Dan Beck?
It's called Pappy.
Happy?
Was it Pappy?
Come on, get happy.
Yeah. We are happy and pappy. This one is a 6.5 on the Richter.
Ting, ting, ting.
Boom. It features the Nelson hop, which is obviously my favorite. He knows it all so well. Nelson, never mind. It also has Mosaic in it. It is, I already tried a sample just to make sure that it was to this guy's liking. I think it will be, because it's got that nice white wine grate from the Nelson.
And I'm all about the white wine.
I mean, he's classy.
Ideally with some ice.
He's classy.
Because I'm classy.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe a little finger out when you... But yes, 6.5 on the Richter. It is a nice West Coast. I'm going to say, I'm going to let the big guy take a sip here and tell us what he thinks. But before you do that, teaser... Make sure to like and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. That way you can sit down with good beers with us. Occasionally,
all right.
Yeah.
One quick question.
Yeah.
Which they're asking, what style of beer is this, Dan Beck?
Okay, excuse me. West Coast IPA. And yes?
What makes it a West Coast IPA?
Okay, it's very dumbed down. When you hear West Coast IPA, that basically means you can see right through it. So if you can't see right through it, it ain't a West Coast. West Coast is basically considered, I don't want to say the best coast, but that means see your nice little finger right through the beer.
You're right, I can. It's weird. Looking at pretty nicely. All right, let's dig in.
No words,
but emotion?
Yes, let's roll. How do you feel about that?
You know, we just had a hazy right before this, and this isn't unlike a hazy, except visually. You have a little bit of bite from the different hops, Nelson and...
Mosaic.
No Citra?
No Citra. Just okay. Nelson and Mosaic.
The only other one I know of is Charles Nelson Riley.
Nelson from The Simpsons. It was always the boy. Ooh, gotta love that guy.
That's what I think of when I think of this beer. It's pretty good. It's light and crisp with a little bit of a bite to it. And not overwhelming. But let's talk to the expert. This kid.
I would say it's definitely got that kind of somewhat cannabis, somewhat grassy, herbal,
earthy.
And what you're getting, earthy. You're getting the Nelson, earthy, it's kind of like a funky earthiness. That's why I love that hop so much. I don't even know. It's hard to even describe.
Can you differentiate for the viewers the difference in taste between the hops?
Once you've had Nelson once,
you never go back.
Correct. Once you go Nelson, you never go back.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Those are more than just internet rumors?
So, yeah, it's a funky earthiness that kind of always reminds me a little bit of cannabis, but not quite. It's almost like not fresh grass, but kind of older, danky grass, grassiest.
What is the difference between hops in a generalized view? What's the difference in Citra and Nelson? What makes them different? Is it a bitterness? Is it what would you say?
Citra, as we all know, if you drink a lot of beer, Citra is, I don't want to say it's generic, because I like Citra. It's nice. It's citrus. It's grapefruit. It can go all over the place. You really never know what you're going to get from Citra.
Would you say it has a little bit of bitterness to it?
Yeah, I mean subtle.
Okay.
Subtle.
Because grapefruit, I'm thinking, got a bite, got a little bark there.
Yeah.
Okay. And how would that be different from like a Nelson? Or are they pretty similar?
No. Nelson is so different. You know that. It's they always describe it as like a white wine. That's what they say, white wine grape, like, you know, Chardonnay, like, or something like that. Earthy white wine. But I don't really see. I just see it as kind of like an earthy. It's got like kind of its own kind of funky earth that makes it Nelson. You know when you have Nelson, and it's so much different than Citra. Citra is nice. I feel like there's usually more tropical, nice, easy notes on Citra. Nelson's a little bit more in your face with some, you know, funky, earthy tones that, you know, most people like. Maybe you wouldn't, but you never know.
Now, are hops regional, like grapes, I suppose, if you're bringing into the wines? So are hops
I believe,
regional?
If I recall right, Nelson Sauvin is actually from New Zealand. I believe. Versus, like, you know, I think, like, I sometimes I forget which ones are from New Zealand and which ones you can just get in America, but
isn't there a Cascade?
Correct, Centennial,
which would be up in Washington State. The kids' home state.
Yep.
Go Seahawks.
I'm not going to say go Hawks, but go Broncos.
But you want to.
Yeah.
43-8.
Hey, you know what?
Great beer.
I love y'all. but yeah, this can usually has the one of the owner's dogs on it. Very nice looking can.
That's what he said.
Boom. What would you say the percent, like, it's 6.5, does it feel any more or any less than 6.5?
I think you might even find it being a little bit under. It's not a very heavy beer, visually or across the palate. I'm not a connoisseur like Dan, he's the expert, but it's almost lager-ish in its appearance, with a little bit extra bite, which is nice. It's refreshing, it's delicious. This could easily be a summer beverage, even though we're here in the bitter, cold winter of LA. I think it's 68 outside. We're suffering, you kids. We're suffering.
I'm sorry. I mean, you know, you probably can see the goosebumps from here. But
I had to bring a coat.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing pants. Not cool.
Marshmallow buttery marshmallow soft.
And happy with that.
Yeah.
This is the Southern California lifestyle here at the Highland Park Brewery in greater downtown Los Angeles, just a stone's throw from Dodger Stadium.
That is a fact. I can see the palm trees overlining where, Ohtani is about to hit some home runs. So there you go.
He's not going to be pitching, but he'll be hitting home runs.
No.
Brews with Blevins.
Brews with, Becky. I think you've heard of it.
Thanks for sharing your beer, Dan.
Yeah, of course. And
Good
hey,
times.
Lastly, like and subscribe. But you know what? Let's give this a grade out of 100. Kind of give it, like, you know, I know kind of what I'm thinking. What grade you giving it?
I'm giving it a B plus.
So maybe like an 86, 87?
Mid 80s.
Okay, mid 80s. All right, I'll take an 85.
Like a nice slow fastball. Since we're in the stadium.
You almost pulled out a Ron Burgundy there.
Yeah, it actually might be a slider.
Like a nice slow, Reuben that I'll eat.
A not so fastball. A slider.
A screwball.
Yeah, I'm a screwball.
Boom.
Happy holidays, kids.
And hey,
as always, good to see you.
Good to see you, dude.
Drink up. Cheers.
Cheers. Mickey's up, and I'm gonna give this quickly. I really like it. I like it more than this sucker. I'm gonna give it a 93. I really like the herbalness and the kind of cannabis funky Nelson in there. I'm gonna give it a 93. I'm gonna give it a high minus.
He loves the dank.
Do love it. What can I say? Boom. So anyway, happy holidays from me and the big guy. You know who this guy is. And like and subscribe. We'll see you out there.
Go Hawks.
We're about to go drink right out of the tank. All right.